Hi and welcome back to my channel. Thanks for tuning in. Today again I will be continuing the Faraway magic, no, the magic Faraway tree. I've been reading this for quite a while now. So if you do want to catch up on the story so far, please do watch previous videos. Just a reminder as well that I am a dyslexic reader. So I will probably make few mistakes along the way. Sometimes I miss out words. Sometimes I replace words for other words that don't actually exist on the page. It's part of my dyslexia. If I do make mistakes like that, please do mind my reading. And if you want to comment in the comment below about dyslexia or my reading, please do so. But we'll be reading this book for quite a while now. So let's get down to the page we're on. We are reading today chapter 22, which is right here. And it's Watzisname has some strange news. Okay. And again, if you do want to catch up on the story so far, please do watch my previous videos and catch up on the story. But let's get going now. Okay. Fanny was delighted to see Joe, Beth and Rick back. Mother doesn't seem quite so well, she said. She says she has such a bad headache. Did you get the medicine for her, Joe? Yes, I did, said Joe, showing Fanny the big bottle. It's a get well medicine. Mother, now let's give Mother some now. It smells of plums, so it should be rather nice. They went to Mother's bedroom, and Joe took a glass and poured out 2 teaspoons of the strange medicine. Well, I hope it's all right. Well, I hope it's all right, dear, said, I hope it's all right, Joe dear, said Mother, holding out her hand for it. I must say it smells so delicious, like plums pie cooking in the oven. It tasted simply lovely too, said Mother. She lay back on her pillow and smiled at the children. Yes, I do believe I feel better already, said Mother. My head isn't aching so badly. Well, that medicine was simply miraculous. By the time the evening came, Mother was sitting up knitting. But the next morning she was eating a huge breakfast and laughing and joking with everyone. Father was very pleased. We'll soon have her up now. We'll soon have her up. Have her up now, he said. He was right. By the time the bottle of get well medicine was half finished, Mother was up and about again, singing merrily as she washed and ironed. It was lovely to hear her. We'll put the rest of the bottle of magic medicine away, she said. I don't need it anymore, but it would be useful, very, very useful, if anyone else is ill. A whole week went by, and the children had nothing of their friend in the faraway tree. They were very busy helping their parents, and they wondered sometimes what land was at the top of the tree now. If it was a very nice land, Silky and Moonford would be sure to let us know, said John. So I don't expect it's anything exciting. One evening, the children were in bed. They heard a little rattling sound against their window. They sat up at once. "It's Silky and Moonface," whispered Joe. "We've come to stay at the lovely land at the top of the tree," said Rick, excited. The boys went to the girls' room to see if they were awake. They looked out of the window. It isn't Silky or Moonface," whispered Beth. "I think it's old Watzisname." "Goodness, whatever has he come for?" cried Joe. "Shh," said Fanny. "You'll wake Mother. Whomever it is doesn't seem to want to come by, doesn't seem to want to come any nearer. Let's creep down and see if it's Watzisname." So they put their dressing gowns on and crept downstairs. They went into the garden and whispered loudly, "Who's there?" Who is it?" "It's me. What's his name?" said the voice. Mr. Watzisname came nearer to them. He looked terribly worried. "What's the matter?" said John. "Have you seen Silky, Moonface, or Saucepan lately?" asked Watzisname. Not sure. Not since we went to the land of magic medicine," said Joe. "Why? Ain't they in the faraway tree?" "They've disappeared," said Watzisname. "I haven't seen them for days. They went and never even said goodbye to me." "Oh, Watzisname. But what could have happened to them?" asked Beth. "They might have gone up They might have gone up into some land that moved away from the top of the tree. That's why you haven't seen them." No, that's not it," said Watzisname. "The same land has been there since the land of medicine moved away. It's the land of tempers. I'm quite sure that Moonface and the others haven't visited it because it's well known that everyone there is always in a bad temper. No, they've gone, vanished, disappeared. And I do so miss dear old Saucepan. It makes me very, very sad." "Oh, what's his name? This is very worrying," said Beth, feeling upset. "Whatever can we do?" I suppose you wouldn't come back to the faraway tree with me, would you, and help me look for them?" asked Watzisname. "I feel so lonely there. And you know everybody else has taken Moonface's house and Secret's house too. They have come from the land of tempers, and I'm so frightened of them that I just simply don't dare go near them." Good gracious. This is very bad news. "That is all bad news," said John. "Everybody else in Moonface's little house and someone in Silky's house too. Most extraordinary. I'm surprised you didn't hear anything. What's his name? You know, I'm sure Moonface would have made a lot of fuss and bother if anyone had turned him out of his house." "Are you sure you didn't hear anything?" "Not a thing," said Watzisname gloomily. "You know how I snore, don't you? I expect I was fast asleep as usual, and I shouldn't have even heard if they had called help, called to me for help." "Well, listen, Watzisname. We can't possibly come tonight," said Joe. "Mother likes us to get breakfast. Mother likes us to get the breakfast, and since she has been ill, we make her breakfast in bed. But we will come as soon as we can after breakfast, Will that do? Oh yes, said Watzisname gratefully. That's marvelous. I shan't go back to the street tonight. It's too lonely without the others. May I sleep in the shed over there? Can you sleep on a sofa downstairs, said Joe. Come in with us. I'll get you a rug. Then we can all start off together tomorrow morning. So that night, old What's-his-name slept on the sofa. He snored a lot, and Mother woke up since she wondered what was in the world, wide world, wide world the noise was. But she thought it must be the cat, and soon went off to sleep again. Next morning, the children asked if they might go off with What's-his-name to explain what had happened. But I don't know that I like you going off if something bad has happened, said Mother. I don't want anything to happen to you. I'll look after everyone, said John. You can trust me, Mother. Really, you can. We'll be back soon. The mother said they can go. They set off to the enchanted woods with What's-his-name, feeling rather excited. Whatever could have happened to Silky and the others? They climbed up the faraway tree. It was growing peachy that day, and they all were really delicious. Rick ate far more than the others, of course, and nearly got left behind. They came to Silky's house. The door was shut. From inside came a stamping and a roar. That's one of the people from the land of tempers, said What's-his-name in a whisper. They always lose in their tempers, you know. Whatever anything goes wrong, I just simply can't, wouldn't simply wouldn't knock at the door and ask where Silky is. Well, let's go up to Moonface's, said John, feeling that he didn't really want to go knocking at that door either. So up they went, and last came Moonface's door, that was shut too from the inside, and banging and shouting. Shut too, and from inside came banging and shouting. Gosh, they have got bad tempers, haven't they? Said John. I'm quite certain I shan't go visiting the land of tempers. Let's peep at the window and see who's there. So they peeped in and saw a round, fat little man with large ears, a mop of dark hair, fierce eyes, and a very bad-tempered look on his face. He was looking for something on the floor. Where's it gone? He shouted. You bad, wicked button. Where did you roll to? Don't you know that I want to put you on my coat again? I've thumped you into 1,000 bits when I find you. Joe giggled. If he does what he won't be much good trying to sew it back on, he said. Just then the little man looked up and saw the 4 children peeping in at him. He got up in a rage, threw the door, flung it open. How dare you try and peep, he yelled, stamping first one foot at them and then the other. How dare you look in at my window? It isn't your window, said John. This house belongs to a friend of ours called Moonface. You better get out of it before he comes back, or he will be very angry. Pooh, You don't know what you're talking about, cried the bad-tempered man. Stir stamp a lot. Stir stamp a lot. This is my house. My cousin, Lady Yell Around, has taken the house a bit lower down. We've come to live in this tree. Bet you don't belong. Bet don't you belong to the land of tempers? Asked John. Are you allowed to leave your own land? Mind your own business, said Sir Stamp-a-Lot. Mind your own business. Well, it's my business to find out what you are doing in my friend's house, Joe said firmly. Now you just tell me what has happened to Moonface. Yes, and Silky, and old Saucepan Man too. Moonface said I could have his house whilst he went to live live for a while in the land of tempers, said Sir Stamp-a-Lot, doing a bit more stamping. And Silky said the same. Old Saucepan Man went with them. Well, I just don't believe you, said Watzisname suddenly. Moonface told me that the land of tempers has come, and he said nothing in the world would make him go there. So you are telling fibs. That sent Mr. Stamp-a-Lot into such a rage that he nearly stamped the bark of the tree branch he stood on. How dare you talk to me like that, he said. I'll pull your hair. I'll pinch your nose. I'll stretch your ears. What a nice, kind, pleasant person you are, said Joe. What a beautiful nature you have. What a sweet, calming friend you would make. This made Mr. Stamp-a-Lot so angry that he kicked hard at Joe, who dodged. Mr. Stamp-a-Lot balanced and fell. He fell down through the tree, yelling loudly. Quick, said Joe. He'll be back in a minute, but we might just have time to pop into Moonface's house and see if there is any message from him. They crowded into the little round room and hunted hard. Whatever could their three friends be? It was too puzzling for words. Oh gosh, what has happened to all of the friends then? Land of Temper does not seem like a place that they will want to be. Oh, that's very curious. So next time is chapter 23, Land of Tempers. It doesn't seem like a place the friends will want to go to because it is the Land of Tempers, but we shall see what happens next time in the Land of Tempers. So I have almost finished the entire book, which is quite an achievement for me. Being a dyslexic, I don't read a lot. I do find it quite hard and quite tiring as well if I'm reading too much. But yeah, I have got through quite a few chapters. So please do tune back next time to find out what happens in the Land of Tempers. And please do subscribe